Welcome to R.Manoch. I'm your English teacher R.Manoch. Today I'm going to teach you about the negative structure of all the 12 tenses within 12 minutes. In my last lesson I have already talked about the positive structure of all the 12 tenses within 12 minutes. So let's take a look at the negative structure of all the 12 tenses within 12 minutes. Shall we? He does not play football. She does not eat an apple. I do not buy an ice cream. They do not drink coffee, and Mala does not write a letter. These are the negative structure of simple present tense. Is it difficult? No, you just put do not or does not. Here we put does not, but here we put do not. Why? He, she, it does not. I, we, you, they do not. Mara, she, no. So we put does not. It's so simple. The contracted form or the short form of do not is don't, and does not is doesn't. So either you can say he does not play football or he doesn't play football. Either you can say they do not drink coffee or they don't drink coffee. Now let's move on to the negative structure of simple past tense. Now let's move on to simple past negative. It's really simple. What you do is you just put did not in the middle to change it as negative. So look here. He did not play football. She did not eat an apple. I did not buy an ice cream. They did not drink coffee. And Mara did not write a letter. The contracted form or short form is he didn't play football. She didn't eat an apple. I didn't buy an ice cream. They didn't drink coffee, and Mala didn't write a letter. Now let's move on to simple future negative. Simple future negative. It's really simple. Put not next to will and change it as negative. So he will not play football. She will not eat an apple. I will not buy an ice cream. They will not drink coffee, and Mala will not write a letter. The contracted form of simple future would come as won't. The contracted form of will not is won't. So either you can say he will not play football or he won't play football. She won't eat an apple. I won't buy an ice cream. They won't drink coffee, and Mala won't write a letter. Present continuous negative. You just put not next to am, is, are. Let me repeat. To change present continuous tense as negative, what you do is you just put not next to am or is or are. Right? It's so simple. Let's take a look. He is not playing football. She is not eating an apple. I am not buying an ice cream. They are not drinking coffee. Mala is not writing a letter. Is not. The short form or contracted form of is not is isn't. Either you can say is not or isn't. So he is not playing football or he isn't playing football. She is not eating an apple or she isn't eating an apple. I am not buying an ice cream or I ain't buying an ice cream. They are not drinking coffee or they aren't drinking coffee. Mala is not writing a letter or Mala isn't writing a letter. So simple. Past continuous negative. Put not next to was or were. So, he was not playing football. She was not eating an apple. I was not buying an ice cream. They were not drinking coffee. Mala was not writing a letter. The contracted form of was not is wasn't. Were not, weren't. So either you can say he was not playing football or he wasn't playing football. She wasn't eating an apple. I wasn't buying an ice cream. They weren't drinking coffee, and Mala wasn't writing a letter. Was not, wasn't, were not, weren't. Don't forget. Future continuous negative, put not next to will. Put not next to will. So, he will not be playing football. Let me repeat. He will not be playing football. She will not be eating an apple. I will not be buying an ice cream. They will not be drinking coffee and Mala will not be writing a letter. Either you can say will not be or won't be. Won't be. So either you can say he will not be playing football or he won't be playing football. She won't be eating an apple. I won't be buying an ice cream. They won't be drinking coffee. And of course, Mala won't be writing a letter. So simple. Present perfect passive, put not next to has, have. So, he has not played football. She has not eaten an apple. I have not bought an ice cream. They have not drunk coffee. And Mala has not written a letter. The short form or contracted form of has not is hasn't. Have not is haven't. So, he hasn't played football. She hasn't eaten an apple. I haven't bought an ice cream. They haven't drunk coffee. And Mala hasn't written a letter. Past perfect negative, had not plus past participle. So put not next to had. Let's see. He had not played football. She had not eaten an apple. I had not bought an ice cream. They had not drunk coffee. Mala had not written a letter. The short form of had not is hadn't. So either you can say he had not played football or he hadn't played football. She hadn't eaten an apple. I hadn't bought an ice cream. They hadn't drunk coffee and Mala hadn't written a letter. Future perfect negative, so simple, put not next to will. So, he will not have played football. She will not have eaten an apple. I will not have bought an ice cream. They will not have drunk coffee. Mala will not have written a letter. The short form of will not is won't. So either you can say he will not have played football or he won't have played football. She won't have eaten an apple. I won't have bought an ice cream. They won't have drunk coffee and Mala won't have written a letter. Present perfect continuous, you put not next to has or have. So, he has not been playing football. She has not been eating an apple. I have not been buying an ice cream. They have not been drinking coffee. Mala has not been writing a letter. The contracted form of has not is hasn't, have not, haven't. So, either you can say he has not been playing football or he hasn't been playing football. She has not been eating an apple or she hasn't been eating an apple. I haven't been buying an ice cream. They haven't been drinking coffee and Mala hasn't been writing a letter. Past perfect continuous negative, put not next to had. So, he had not been playing football. She had not been eating an apple. I had not been buying an ice cream. They had not been drinking coffee. Mala had not been writing a letter. The short form of had not is hadn't. So you say like, He hadn't been playing football. She hadn't been eating an apple. I hadn't been buying an ice cream. They hadn't been drinking coffee, and Mala hadn't been writing a letter. Now let's move on to the 12th tense, future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous negative. He will not have been playing football. She will not have been eating an apple. I will not have been buying an ice cream. They will not have been drinking coffee. Mala will not have been writing a letter. Or else you can say, he won't have been playing football. She won't have been eating an apple. I won't have been buying an ice cream. They won't have been drinking coffee, and Mala won't have been writing a letter. So, today we have completed studying all the 12 tenses in negative structure. See you at another episode with another useful lesson and useful idea. Until then, have a nice day. Bye bye. But before that, don't forget to like and subscribe. R.Manoch.